Hi, this is Ian Troy, and you are In the Cage with Jasper Church. In the Cage is a series of interviews that I'm going to perform right here in the cage, give you a fan's eye view and a fan's eye perspective about what's going on in the cage. Jasper, you just won the Desert Xtreme Flyweight 125 belt, Junior Flyweight 125 belt. Tell me about that. How was that fight?
It was an awesome fight with the talented undefeated fighter Anthony Sessions. It was a great fan-pleasing fight. A lot of slams, a lot of action, and ended second round with the triangle choke.
So tell me about your first fight.
My first fight was kind of awful. You know, I didn't want to end up being one of those guys that just said I could have done this, I could have done this. I always wanted to fight. So I got on the internet, found a fight. I was trained out of a garage, just myself with a heavy bag. I fought in 2005 against Kenny May. It ended off, I got choked out in 27 seconds the first round. But, you know, I went in there, I got in the cage and did what I had to do, and here I am now, you know.
So when you first started fighting, you were originally from Colorado, and you just recently moved to Tucumcari to train with Cullum Ground Fighting, Abel and John Cullum. Tell me about that move to Tucumcari. That must have been kind of scary, moving your whole family.
Well, yeah, at first I was just going 3 days a week, and then I had a big fight with Joe Coca, a very talented and accomplished fighter. I came up short in that. After that, I made a huge decision that I needed to be a full-time fighter and live and breathe the sport. So I moved from a house, my whole family and 2 kids, into a 1-bedroom hotel, and pretty much that's all I do now is just train.
So you made the big sacrifice, and it's paying off for you.
Yes, sir.
A lot of big-name fighters, you know, they'll have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach, a kickboxing coach, a wrestling coach, a nutritionist, a cardio coach, and at Cullum Ground Fighting, it's you, John, and Abel. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how that works, training without 50 people?
Well, I believe too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the soup, so you know, pretty much we don't train for boxing or judo matches or wrestling matches. We train M.M.A. They're pretty smart people and it put it all together, and it seems to be working.
What kind of things have you seen or have you experienced that people do to try to gain an advantage in the cage?
Well, you know, I think an edge in the cage is a preference thing. Like a lot of people do spiritual or meditation. Some people do spatial workouts to do it. I think it's a self-preference, you know.
Okay. In MMA, an opponent or anybody that you may have seen in the sport, have you looked at somebody and just thought to yourself, wow, that guy's juiced up, that guy has to be on steroids?
I would like to think not. I would like to think everything's off of hard work and dedication, you know. Yeah, I'd like to think they were just putting in work.
So then you would say that there's not a steroid problem in mixed martial arts?
I don't know if it's a problem. I'm sure it's going on. I'm sure there's some people on it. I have never experienced that, or, you know, no names or nothing, but I'm pretty sure it's going on.
So you've never used steroids in your life?
Now look at me, man. I'm 130 pounds, man, you know, lightweight. But
So talk to me about your path to becoming the Desert Xtreme champ.
Man, it was, as you know, back in 2006, I fought Abel Cullum for his 135-pound title. I came up short. After that, I earned my way. I fought fights that no one wanted to take. Out of my weight class at 45, I'm undefeated at 125 pounds, and the call came up. Jim Burleson gave me a chance, and I did what I had to do.
And here you are today.
Yes, sir.
So talk to me about fighting Ox Wheeler next week at King of the Cage.
Man, it's going to be awesome. Ox Wheeler is a very accomplished fighter, done a lot for New Mexico in the lightweights. Exciting fighter, talented fighter. I feel our matchup's going to be a fan-pleasing, man. The only real winner is going to be the fans of New Mexico's MMA.
So one of the things that I was looking at when I was looking at the build-up to this fight, I did notice that John and Abel Cullum, they're typically always in your corner. You're not going to have them in your corner when you fight Ox. Just tell me how you're going to approach that fight or how that's going to affect you.
Well, you know, John's not one of those guys that overcoaches or gets over-involved anyway. Pretty much we train. He gets us ready to train. I've had a full camp with both of those. Pretty much I'm in that cage by myself, you know, so besides someone telling me to remember how to breathe and stuff, I feel I'm good to go. You know, I've been to fights by myself. It's good to have them, but I think I get the job done by myself.
Okay. In my experience, I've noticed that every fighter has a list. They all have a list of people that they want to get their hands on. Who's on your list?
It's pretty funny, man. Number one was Cody Oxwheeler, man. Like I said, I've been a fan of him. I've always wanted to fight him, man, because he looks like just a fun person to fight. He does crazy shit, man. I want to fight someone like that, and now the opportunity is here to fight him, you know, and it came a lot quicker than what I thought, so that was my number one guy, man. So
you put him on your list a couple years ago, and now you get him.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool, man.
Who else is on your list? Who else do you want to get your hands on?
I fought a couple people already on my list, but number one after Ox, and I'm not looking past Ox, but I definitely want to defend this title right here against Jose Lujan. I heard he's been saying some things. I'm not a true champion or whatever. I was supposed to fight him since 2006 for this title. He never showed up for fights. So whenever you're ready, come take this, man. Come get your ass whooped, you know.
Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd love to thank my family, my wife and kids for sticking behind me through all this sacrifice, rough roads and everything. Through the rain, there's going to be rainbows. Colin Ground Fighting, Quality Lube and Tire, HTX Records, my boy Fleto from the ghetto, H-Town, Texas, man. Yeah, and all the fans of New Mexico sports and MMA worldwide.
This is the gunslinger, Jasper Church. Thanks for coming into the cage and giving me this interview, man.
Paul.